Hi everyone, it's your girl Lola Loves You, and I'm back with another video. Happy holidays! I hope y'all had a wonderful Christmas. Um, we've done videos on Whitney Houston's hair and her makeup. Now we're going to talk about her fashion. Whitney Houston wore a lot of name brand clothes from fashion designers, but we're going to talk about more of her favorite ones, and we're going to just go through some of her looks from her favorite fashion designers. When you talk about Whitney Houston fashion, um, you have to always remember her favorite fashion designer of all time, and that was Mark Bauer. Mark Bauer started working with Whitney Houston in the mid 80s on up. Oh my gosh, he was a staple in Whitney Houston's fashion. A lot of Whitney Houston looks are from Mark Bauer. I remember watching an episode back in the day of Top Model, and he liked his models to be a certain size. He didn't like them to be too hippie and too busty, but he'll work with anyone, but he preferred his models to be a certain size. And Whitney Houston, I guess, was like a dream come true to him, like a Barbie doll, because he really designed so many unique pieces for Whitney Houston. We're going to start with she had this outfit from the 80s. It was I can't say, it's like a beige golden gown that she was taking photos in her house. I'm going to have the photos up, and that was from him. He designed all her tour outfits for the 90s, for the jumpsuits, and he was really known for his velvet pieces that he always created for Whitney Houston, her jumpsuits. He created, I'm trying to think of looks, y'all, for he created his number one piece for Whitney Houston was her wedding gown. He created her wedding gown, and he did the hairpiece, the wedding gown. He did everything. He did the whole entire look, and it's a picture of him on her wedding day getting her ready for the ceremony. Oh my gosh, he did just so many gowns. I'm just going to have all of them across the screen as I'm talking. If you could think about it, he did a lot of gowns for Whitney Houston. I mean, several looks. I mean, just look after look after look. And they were beautiful, gorgeous gowns. Yeah, so Whitney Houston really liked working with Mark Bauer. I think that he was her number one favorite fashion designer. Okay, fashion designers 2 would have to be Dolce & Gabbana. Well, Dolce & Gabbana came into Whitney Houston's life when Whitney Houston had to go on tour for the My Love Is Your Love tour. Allegedly, during this time, Whitney Houston was financially broke and her money was tied up. And Robin came up with the idea to do, if Dolce & Gabbana sponsored Whitney Houston for the My Love Is Your Love tour, like they'll do the outfits, and long as she exposed them, long as she promoted the brand, and tell everybody that she's wearing Dolce Gabbana, it was like a even exchange. So they worked the agreement out, and it was wonderful. She even wore Dolce & Gabbana to the Met Gala. It was very edgy clothing, very colorful. I like some of the pieces, and some pieces I was like, but overall, Whitney Houston pulled the look off. It was very chic, very classic, and very, like I said, edgy and very bold. Some pieces I like, some pieces I did not like, but a majority of them I loved. Her favorite piece from the line was the Diva Train. And if anyone could ever see the episode of Oprah she did like in 1999 or 98, 99, they did a little preview of her fashions for the tour, and they did like a little runway show, and she showed all the pieces. And on an interview that she was doing about Dolce & Gabbana clothing, she just said she loved the Diva Train, and that was a beautiful sequence train with fur around it, and on the bottom as well. I think fur was on the bottom as well. It might not be, but definitely fur was on the collar, and it's very beautiful, and that was her favorite piece. Also, a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people, Whitney Houston fashions, fans may have it around the world because Whitney Houston would do auctions on her clothing items to pay bills. And after her passing, the Whitney Houston estate also have done auctions and had stores selling Whitney Houston pieces. So a lot of fans, I think that was a good idea for a fan to own and appreciate, Whitney Houston wardrobe. So I think that was a beautiful thing for a fan to get a piece of Whitney, just to remember her by. So they sold a lot of auctions, have sold a lot of Whitney Houston pieces that we've seen over the years, as well as the Grammy Museum. They have a lot of Whitney Houston gowns and outfits, iconic looks. But yeah, so if you want to, if they, look out in the future, they might have more auctions. I'll keep y'all aware if they have any more auctions on Whitney Houston's wardrobes. I also remember they just sold, I think a Whitney fan had just bought, it was a pair of Christian Louboutins. She had on the $1 Million Bill music video where she was singing in front of the microphone. She had these like boot heels, and they like knee high, and they got slits in them, and they're beautiful and they're gorgeous. They're Christian Louboutin, and a fan bought them, bid it on the auction and won, and they were very beautiful. Another fashion designer was Bob Mackie. I got a couple of Bob Mackie Barbie dolls, collectible Barbie dolls, and his fashions are very extravagant gowns and beads and glitter and just gorgeous. She had a few Bob Mackie gowns and they were gorgeous. I'm gonna have the pictures up. One of them is this red picture of Whitney Houston. She got gold and her hair's like auburn and chopped up. It's like a big hair. You'll see it in the video. You'll see it in the while the video is playing. And it's these big curls, and she got it chopped in different levels, asymmetrical, a little something, but you got to see it. And the Bob Mackie gown is phenomenal and gorgeous. She had a Bob Mackie gown, I remember in 93. Was that 93? She was on tour and she had this white and gold Bob Mackie gown. It's gorgeous. It's very, very beautiful. Bob Mackie, his outfits are very beautiful, and you can envision them on a Barbie doll. So another great designer she worked with. During a rough time in Whitney Houston's life, like in the early 2003, 2004, Whitney Houston loved a Von Dutch. You can see several pictures of her with Von Dutch hats on and Von Dutch shirts. She loved Von Dutch. Even Bobby Christina was wearing Von Dutch. I don't know if Bobby Brown was wearing a few hats, but I know Whitney Houston loved Von Dutch. And I think, I'm not mistaken, on the episode of Being Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston was in a Von Dutch shop and she just was buying all these hats. I remember Bobby Christina was looking at the hats as well. But Whitney Houston loved Von Dutch. I like Von Dutch. I had a Von Dutch hat probably like in the was I a senior? I think I was a senior in high school. I had a Von Dutch hat. Definitely, yes. It's a very expensive hat. I think that hat cost me like $180 or $100, and they had more expensive ones. But yeah, Von Dutch was very expensive hats for a regular hat, for just a hat, and the hats were very unique. But I remember Von Dutch was very popular back in the day, and then people stopped wearing it, but now it's catching on a little bit more now. I would like to own a Von Dutch hat. I would like to own some Von Dutch hats in the future, so I don't have the one I had back in the day, but yeah, Von Dutch, Whitney Houston loved that fashion designer Von Dutch. Whitney Houston also loved Versace. She would go to Versace runway shows, for like the fall or spring previews or, winter. One Versace show, I remember her and Bobby Brown, they was like a showstopper at the show. I remember in all the magazines, both of them was wearing Versace. And Whitney Houston had like a lavender Versace outfit, and Bobby Brown had like a Versace jacket, and they were acting a fool the entire show. They was really hyped. But she seemed like she had fun at the show. Versace loved Whitney Houston. I remember another Versace show Whitney Houston was at. It was with Naomi Campbell, her hairstylist Ellen Bar, and a picture of Versace. I think Versace was with them on the photo. So yeah, it was Whitney Houston loved Versace. Now I'm not talking about the male Versace. He was, I think, did he pass by that time? But it was the female, I guess, the owner of I don't know if they co-own. She's a co-owner, but is her name Donatella Versace? Or is that the man? But anyway, it's the lady. If y'all know what I'm talking about, it's the lady. It's the white lady. And they were, Whitney Houston was close to the lady of the brand. So Whitney Houston would go to our shows and things of that nature. Another designer, I don't remember hearing about her, but her name was Pamela Dennis. Whitney Houston had a lot of pieces from her, beautiful pieces that I will be showing. The auction had sold a few pieces from Pamela Dennis that Whitney Houston wore over the years. Very beautiful pieces, and I think Whitney Houston probably worked with her in the 90s. A lot of her wardrobe for her concerts were from Pamela Dennis. Um, another another fashion designer was Valentino. Whitney Houston loved Valentino clothes. Some of her pieces were sold in the auction as well, and I will be showing pictures of Whitney Houston wearing Valentino. Um, last but not least, another fashion designer Whitney Houston worked with was someone named B. Michael. He worked with her during the filming of Sparkle. A lot of his pieces were made that he made was for Whitney Houston for the movie. So a lot of pieces Whitney Houston wore on the movie Sparkle is by the fashion designer named B. Michael. A very nice tailor. He has very nice tailoring skills. You could tell. Very classic and elegant. Another person would be, I don't, forgive me if I don't pronounce their name right. His name was, oh my gosh, his name was Hervey Liger. Hervey Liger. I don't know how I'm pronouncing his name right, but he was the fashion designer for "I Look to You" album cover. Beautiful, kind of asymmetrical dress with multiple colors going around and around. Very beautiful, very elegant, and very chic. I love that outfit on Whitney Houston on her album cover. Another person was Pamela Rowland, and she did a gown for Whitney Houston at one of Clive Davis Grammy parties, and Whitney Houston wore this. Oh, it was a beautiful silver gown with pattern on it. It was a beautiful gown. She looked very nice. I think that was our last Clive Davis Grammy pre-party. So she looked phenomenal. She looked very phenomenal that night. So that was another designer. And like I said, Whitney Houston worked with tons of designers, but those were her favorite. I know Mark Bauer was her favorite fashion designer. Um, and then Dolce and Gabbana, and then the list go on and on and on. But if y'all know any fashion designers that I did not name in the video that Whitney Houston worked with, please let me know in the comments below. I love when y'all let me know stuff that I missed out or stuff that I didn't even mention. Please let me know in the comments below.